We continue with our live coverage on this Christmas Eve on the news unfolding right now, including the latest in the Israel-Hamas war. There was an extraordinarily deadly Israeli airstrike on a refugee camp in Gaza today. We know it killed at least 70 people, and this is one of the deadliest attacks so far in this war. Pope Francis addressing the conflict today, saying in his Christmas Eve Mass, quote, "Our hearts are in Bethlehem, where the Prince of Peace is once more rejected by the futile logic of war." We want to bring in now Associated Press reporter Isabel Debre live on the ground in Bethlehem tonight. Isabel, as we just mentioned, at least 70 people killed by that Israeli airstrike on a refugee camp in central Gaza. This is one of the deadliest attacks in the past 11 weeks of this war. What details are you tracking in this latest attack?
The Israeli military's large-scale attack on the Maghazi refugee camp in the central Gaza Strip occurred outside of the combat zone that the Israeli military told people to evacuate from, again proving this point that Palestinians have continuously said that there is really nowhere safe to go. Our correspondents were on the ground and witnessed this happening. They said that they saw Palestinians panic and blood. They said they saw a dead baby. People were just clawing to try to get their loved ones out of the rubble and take them to the hospital. We talked to hospital officials who said that they know that at least 12 women and 7 children have been confirmed dead. And as you say, this is just the latest in a series of extraordinarily deadly Israeli strikes that have made this conflict and Israelis' campaign in Gaza one of the most destructive and deadly in recent history, and pushed the Palestinian death toll, civilian and militant, over 20,000 during this war so far.
And Isabel, do we have any official word or confirmation of the 70? How many were civilians versus militants?
All we know is that the Gaza-based health ministry reported that 70 people were killed. They actually said at least 68. They're still counting the dead. It's very chaotic in the aftermath of these attacks. People are still buried under the rubble. And we don't know exactly yet how many were civilians, how many were militants. We don't know even exactly who was being targeted in this attack. We tried to speak to the Israeli military about this. They did not comment. And so we have yet to figure out exactly what the target was, how many civilians were killed. But we do know this did target family homes, that there were families there, and that children and women were among those killed.
Okay, Isabel, and I know that you're in Bethlehem tonight. What can you tell us about the scene there? Are the normal Christmas celebrations essentially canceled since this is in the Israeli-occupied West Bank?
Bethlehem right now is a ghost town. Usually this manger square that thousands of Christian pilgrims and tourists from all over the world who are awaiting or coming out from midnight mass. But today there's not even a tourist to be found. There weren't even festive lights, and there's not even a Christmas tree. Usually behind me you'd see a massive Christmas tree. It's famous for that. And Palestinians I spoke to today said they don't even remember the last time there wasn't a Christmas tree on Christmas in Bethlehem. And instead of all these decorations, what you'll see here is an installation featuring a figurine of baby Jesus in a massive pile of rubble surrounded by barbed wire. This is supposed to be a tribute to Palestinian children killed in Gaza, this sort of alternative nativity scene. So that just gives you a slice of life here in terms of how bleak things are. And remember, this is one of the major centers of Christianity in the world, not for its population, which is mostly Muslim actually now, but because of the symbolism. That church that you see behind me was built by Justinian 1,500 years ago, and it's over the place that Christian tradition holds Jesus was actually born. So clearly this is a town that is dependent on this kind of tourism. There are 5,000 hotel rooms in this very small area, and right now they're basically all empty except for mine and maybe a couple other journalists that are here. So that's the situation, and it's not only financial, it's also emotional, psychological. Many people in the West Bank have friends and family in Gaza who are suffering really intensely from the blockade and from the war in general.
All right, Isabel, I appreciate those details in that description. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.